Hello, friends. Good morning, good evening. This is Yonks with Token Summit DAO, and this is now our third working group already. Things are moving fast. We had a great conversation with the hopin.com team and the Zoom team. And right now with things the way that it's looking like we're going to move forward with choosing Hopin as our platform, and multiple reasons why, but that's the one that is looking like it will be able to fulfill and meet our needs from a scalability standpoint. But most importantly, it looks like it's going to be a fun and engaging virtual conference experience. And one of the things that will be interesting to get a little bit more experience on, and I don't know how deep we'll go into the metaverse here for season one, but let's get to our agenda real quick. So here is our Notion, and this is a meeting notes and agenda page that we've got. I want to actually just hop in and talk right now about our tokenomics, because one of the things that we need to do is we've got, and I'll bring open a tab here real quick, go off on a little brief tangent, but it's one that's an important tangent because we are a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, and snapshot.org is one of the tools that a lot of DAOs utilize for fulfilling the governance of that decentralized autonomous organization. And let me go ahead and get connected real quick here. Got to throw in a password, not surprising. And that's one of the things that we did get done earlier this week was we got our snapshot space all set up here for Token Summit DAO. And I should probably just go ahead. We've got a little logo that I like. I actually updated the Discord. Thanks for OX Animal for getting that in place for us. Let's go ahead and just do that real quick as a little housekeeping thing here. Logo, there we go, 2/22/22, International DAO Day. So let me get that saved here and make the space look a little bit better on a snapshot. And where I was going here with the conversation is that we are, let me actually open this window because we minted, that was one of the things that we did earlier this week was we also minted our social token here on Polygon. And here is the smart contract that represents our token. We decided to do 222,222,000. And right now that's all held on the hot wallet. And as soon as we get our multi-sig wallet in place, we'll transfer that over here. And that's one of the reasons that was showing the snapshot real quick. So let me go back here to snapshot. And let's see if that's got the logo. I don't know if it, let me refresh here real quick. See if it got the new logo in there. I don't know if it showed up. Anyway, I'll take a look at that later. But where I was going with this is that we needed to get our Genesis proposal and started working on a draft over here. But before we have even the Genesis proposal, we need to get some tokens distributed here for, oh, look, there it is. So we now have a nice little logo on our snapshot space. And I'll update the description here for the YouTube so that everybody's got that and have that on the videos going forward. So we need to get some tokens so that we can vote on this initial Genesis proposal. So let's actually take a look at the tokenomics real quick here. So one of the things that I was thinking, we've been talking a little bit about this 80-20, and there's this Pareto principle, and I don't know if it necessarily goes in with that, but it's just a nice round number, 80-20. So I was thinking as far as some bullet points here for the tokenomics for Token Summit DAO is that we do at 80-20 split, 80% will go towards the first 10 seasons, and then the other 20% will go to, and let me make this a little bit bigger here on the screen so that it shows up a little better. Is that, can everybody see that a little better now? And this will actually be a good time. Real quick with me on the live stream, we've got Mrs. Yonks, Amy Blursday, and then Dax just joined us. Welcome everybody. Happy Saturday. We're talking about the tokenomics for Token Summit DAO. So 80-20. So 80% I'm advocating that we do for the first 10 seasons, and then the 20% will go into the treasury, split up into 10% Token Summit DAO and 10% Triple Win Foundation. Triple Win Foundation is the parent organization. And this is functionally, Token Summit DAO will be the first project coming out of Triple Win Foundation. And we'll be talking a little bit more about that relationship throughout the conference, and probably have a little bit about that at the conference as well. And then the next 80-20 bullet point is 80-20 profit sharing with partnered communities. And that's something that we'll talk a little bit about here, but we're wanting this to be a fun and profitable event for any community that wants to help promote our event within their community there. And then we're doing a similar breakdown there, 80% to that partnered community, 10% to Token Summit DAO, and then 10% to the Triple Win DAO Treasury. And then the last main revenue stream here that we're expecting to have. So the profit sharing, this will largely come from the ticket sales, the value ladder. And then on the last one is partners or sponsors. So this is one that we're really wanting to provide remuneration to the team that is putting this together here. And we do have a very open and inviting community here. If you want to get involved and start contributing to this Token Summit, this virtual summit that we'll be creating and delivering, we welcome you. We believe that everybody has some unique skills and gifts that they can contribute so that we can deliver this. So this is an open invitation to you. If you would like to be involved with a fast-paced moving team, it's literally January 22nd today, and we are talking about doing DAO Day 22 so literally 1 month from today. And then prior to DAO Day, we're actually planning on the first day, February 21st, being NFT and metaverse. So everything on that day will be geared around NFTs and the metaverse. So anyway, let's take a look at what this can look like. So before I do that, how's everybody feeling about this 80-20 split as far as just from a high level tokenomics standpoint?
I think it's great. I think it's a good credibility for the DAO to hold on to some of our tokens and not just throw them all out there, because then it keeps incentivizing us to create value around our community. And it puts us in it with the long term with everybody else.
I agree. And some of this we were borrowing from the tokenomics of Spork DAO. That is a Holding Ethereum Denver conference coming up here literally in a little bit prior, almost immediately prior to our virtual summit. So we're literally going to be launching our virtual summit on the heels of ETH Denver. But I saw Dax chimed in or opened up his mic there. Did you want to chime in some thoughts here, Dax, for us today?
No, I was going to say yes. I like the 80-20 rule. I still need to go through this thing, but yeah, generally I like the 80-20. That's what I like it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice. And well, let's actually just go break down, because started putting some numbers, and I mean the 20% here for the treasury, and this ended up being some nice twos here for each of the treasuries. So that's what that looks like, some super simple bullet points. And then on the season, started really breaking this down. And let me see if I can get this where everybody can see it here. So there we go. I think that that's on the screen where we can see it. So this is broken down. So this is basically taking the 80%, which is 177 million, and then just dividing that by 10, super easy math there. So that gives us 17,770, that number for season one. And then like for season one, just broke this down into 4 simple pies of 25% each. 25% sponsorships, 25% speakers, 25% to our team, the DAO that puts on the project, and then 25% for the ticket holders. And this is putting some actual numbers, and like the sponsorships is a little easier to work with because that's one that we are going to have a finite number of slots for this initial event. And then it also just makes some nice even numbers. And one of the things that we can borrow from is for this event, you know, this is the first time that we're doing this. We might decide that we need to go in a different direction for season 2, which will come right now. We're pipelining season 2, and season 1 is like the first virtual summit. And let's actually just take a look here, shrink this up. So this is what kind of just breaking down from a timeline standpoint, not too creative as far as the dates, just changed the year and ran that out there, and put some week numbers on there because you all know I'm a huge fan of the week numbers. I don't know if that really adds a lot of value. I think it kind of clutters it, so I might take those off. But this is kind of just putting it out there as far as the next 10 seasons. And going back to the breakdown, what this can look like, again, just dividing up the token pie here, if you will, into 4 slices, even slices, 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%. And then just again, doing some math here. This is something that made in a Google sheet here. So, and then one of the things too, like put some initial numbers here as far as providing, because that's one of the things that was talking about. We need to get some tokens distributed to our team that's helped get to where we're at today. Like right now we're on working group. Like right now we obviously don't have 8 people, so that this would be it would be 5 people instead. So and then like this number doesn't necessarily, and we don't have to use 100% of our tokens, but that's something that we can decide on. And then the coordinate season, similar to what we did at Retoken, just having 1 week. And this will run it out, like looking at the calendar. Let me, we do have a Google Calendar for Token Summit now too, by the way. I don't know if everybody saw the event in Discord, but did get the Google Calendar all set up. So looking here at the weeks coming up, so we've got 5 weeks, and right now this will finish out week 3. So on Monday we'll be at week 4, which going back over here, let me just split this like this. I think I can make this, yeah, there we go. Okay, now we can see all of that. So week 4 starts here on Monday, and I think that we can get this coordinate season fired up and then just move everything, because one of the things that's been more like burdensome from an accounting standpoint, the way that we do the tokenomics at Retoken, where we provide for every activity, it's been a lot more difficult for the accounting, and wanting this to be less burdensome on the accounting front. So running this out for the next, and here is when week 8, and then I think, let's see. So we've got 4, I should have put the week number over here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so that'll run out to week 8, where the conference drops here on, and this is actually, like, if you think about the timing, a lot of people are gonna be off of work Monday for President's Day here in the US anyway. So this is gonna be absolutely fabulous from timing standpoint, besides being able to utilize the momentum from ETH Denver, and we might even be able to, but we'll talk more about ETH Denver. So how's everybody feeling about this season 1 breakdown of the tokenomics?
This is all new to me, so y'all have been working really hard. I mean, this is pretty amazing. Yeah, great work.
So I guess that means you like it then, if you're saying some great work here.
It's above my pay grade. I don't know the best way to manage tokenomics, but I'm glad there are good minds that are doing it.
Well, and Blurs, this is something too, like we're not going to be doing a big airdrop, and we're doing very much a fair launch. And I've, as you know, I've consistently said on the record and off the record that we're not going to be involved in any conversations where we're issuing the token and where we're establishing the liquidity. So it'll be interesting to see what happens organically within the community. And, you know, like we put some numbers behind this, like taking a look here. This is where we've got some questions as far as, I mean, it would be absolutely fabulous. And I think we're going to adjust the ticket a little bit here. Like, and this just came out during our Saturday morning book club. With one of our from Lynn. She's like, oh, I'm surprised you didn't do $22 for like the ticket costs here. And then I was like, yeah, you're right, we should have it at $22. And then I was thinking about probably most of this, unless there's a partnered community that wants to go in a different direction. But right now we're planning on using Unlock protocol for our NFT protocol for creating all of these NFT tickets for this event. And was thinking, you know, right now Matic number go up, number go down, it's around $2, $2.50 or whatever. And then a nice round number where it would be super close to the $22 is 10 Matic. So that's kind of going to tweak around with the numbers a little bit here. But yeah, I feel really good about this table here. And then like one of the things that I thought would be absolutely fabulous is how, yeah, it went down quite a bit here with the sell-off. Number go down a lot here in the last 48 hours, huh, Blurs?
Yep.
Yeah. So
that was actually one of my only concerns about pricing it too low and then in a non-stable coin. I just want to make sure that we don't end up absorbing a bunch of expenses because of that. This thing is going to be so cheap anyway compared to how much value people are going to be getting on it. I mean, a 3-day conference, I feel so good about what we're going to be delivering.
I do too. And I think like that's where these other tiers are going to come into play. And that's just the law of large numbers. And I feel pretty confident that, like, especially when we start engaging some of these communities and then like creating some art, like our, you know, don't underestimate people's desire to collect digital JPEGs or NFTs. And then there's also, I think, going to be a lot of utility surrounding these besides the replay rights that you're going to get. And then I really believe that we can bake in a lot of value within our own Discord server here within Token Summit DAO, as far as just really being a solid collaboration point for the Web3 and the DAO ecosystem. And then the thing that brings us all together here is this virtual summit event that we're looking at doing on a, what do you call it, 3 times a year basis, every 4 months. So I guess the tokenomics conversation, I'm gonna again work on playing around with the numbers a little bit. And like kind of the thoughts over here was we can just put a cap on and like on the lower tiers as far as the total number of tokens. And then once those tokens are distributed for that particular season, and that's just one more thing that we can do organically with our tokenomics that I like, is it creates a sense of scarcity, which it will. And then one of the things, like up here, I don't have any breakdown as far as the speakers. And this is one of the things that I thought would be pretty fun to engage the speakers and kind of bring them into this process a little bit, as far as some tokenomics there within the speakers. And I don't know what that would look like, but that's I think, as you can see here, the only portion of this pie that didn't really put much thought into, because again, would really like to engage the speakers within this process, as well, as far as them providing some mechanism for the tokenomics of their own pool of people, if you will. So thoughts, feedback. I loved Blur's feedback, so thank you for that. Yeah, we have been, because again, like to put to kind of let me actually bring up the Discord here real quick. I'm gonna turn on Discord streamer mode, because I'm trying to be a good Discord best practices kind of guy here on the live stream mode. So here's our retoken Discord, and we've got Token Summit over here. And let me close this down. So over here, I created a post. So this is something, if you haven't voted on, this is something else that wanted to talk about too, was the vision statement. So this is one that I created, and going to follow a very similar governance framework that we've got at Retoken. It works, it's simple, and yeah. So spoke a little bit about the Genesis proposal here, and this is something, again, going to largely, and let me actually talk about the content calendar, because and one of the things too, and I can't remember if we had it, but we do have Notion. Like, we did get our Notion upgraded to the team plan right now, and probably going to look at upgrading it to enterprise plan. And the goal, like one of the things that I think with the enterprise plan, and I'm gonna have a conversation with DSign, and if you guys want to be in it too, and I'm more talking you guys as in Blur's Day and Dax, but one of the opportunities and thoughts that had here, because I would really like to be removed out of the bottleneck as far as or a single point of contact, Mrs. Yonks and myself, but this is the hosting service that we use right now. And this is one, I don't know if it makes sense right now. We're currently looking at utilizing WordPress multi-site. Like, we've got Token Summit.xyz. Oh, and let me send this for everybody too. So this is the Token Summit, the WordPress admin. If y'all go through, and let me actually sign out real quick. So on the that link that I just sent right here, this is Connect Your Crypto Wallet. This is the plugin with Unlock Protocol. And if y'all go ahead and do that, we can get you added. I don't know if you're going to be contributing to WordPress or not, but it gives a very easy way, and you can see me going through this process here of connecting my wallet using Unlock Protocol to WordPress. And here's the dashboard, the WordPress multi-site dashboard. And here's some of the sites that we've got. So let's just actually go ahead and visit here. So this is what we see, and I'll open up a private window where I'm not actually logged in. So this is what we've got on our site. So our site is live, and it does have our intentions. It's not fully functioning right now, And this is one of the things that we need to get dialed in as far as the registration, and having the price points is obviously an important component. I do think the Discord server link works. I need to double check on that because it's not the same invite link, but so anyway, and this look and feel may change substantially because this is using Divi Builder, and obviously the sponsors, we need to pull that down. But feel good about having some initial website on here. But where I was wanting to talk about, like, Retoken is going to be one of the other things that we need to decide on. And I was actually thinking that it might make the most sense for Retoken to be our first silver tier sponsor. So, like, going back to the tokenomics, that would be about at that silver tier. And we did this did go through. Let me actually bring up another window. This snapshot proposal just finished up closing over here on Retoken. And this is TDP 24, where the community signaled to move forward with option B. And this is option B, was to basically fund Token Summit DAO with this amount of Matic. And with where we're at, I think it would make the most sense to just put Retoken in as a silver sponsor. And that would be like one of the things too that I was thinking about on this sponsorship is having it be an NFT as well. And this would be, again, one of the opportunities that we could provide, use Unlock Protocol, and then awesome. I'll get you elevated there, Blurs, so that you can check out with the super admin on the WordPress stuff. And with the, I'll come back on the WordPress stuff, but as far as what does everybody else think about the money that we're going to be sending from Retoken into Token Summit DAO, just having that be an agreed upon first silver sponsor here?
Was this the proposal that we did previously, or?
Well, the proposal was to transfer the money to basically reallocate it for marketing in a different way. We had originally said we're going to market it with one thing, and then we said we're still going to use it for the purpose that we got it, but we're just going to use it a different way. Now I think the next question is, do we want to identify that as a silver sponsor, or Jason, do we have permission from Polygon to list them as a sponsor?
Well, this wouldn't be Polygon sponsoring the event unless we went to Polygon and sponsored. This would be Retoken, and this would be us sponsoring the event. And whether we sponsored it as Retoken or Token Town Colorado, I actually think that we should probably sponsor this event as Token Town Colorado, because the opportunity of getting, like, amplifying the audience here to sell out and, just use that as a better funnel into Retoken, in my opinion. But yeah, to answer your question, Blurs, it's just like putting the money that we put forward via this snapshot proposal, this one that just closed here on Wednesday, TDP 24. And it's just putting it in a bucket here in the Token Summit category so that we can, fall in within the framework that we're creating here at Token Summit DAO, if that makes sense.
I guess what I'm trying to understand is, so where does from the money in this snapshot proposal, where does the silver tier come from? Which of these three, which of the option B bullets?
So that would be this one right here,
okay.
And again, number go up, number go down. And you know, that's one of the things too, that we've got a little bit of leeway. And like this amount not too long ago was definitely more than $5,000. So, and this is again, like right now with the number being down, it's definitely not $5,000. So, but yeah, this would be the bullet that I'm talking about, where we could use that to be a silver sponsor tier at Token Summit DAO. Just to put it in a bucket over here of, you know, like, and also this is something too, where one of the things that wanting to get better at here, like we've got this WordPress multi-site, and like here where we've got Retoken and the opportunity of doing like blog. I haven't created this yet, but this is definitely wanting to, well, that's funny. So blog, like the opportunity of like doing some type of, you know, press release or something like that to signify that Retoken is a silver sponsor of Token Summit DAO. And that's definitely not my wheelhouse as far as like putting out those types of things, but you know, we're all learning here together in some type of communication. It's an opportunity that we have.
Guys, Jason?
Yes, go ahead, Dax.
Where is you talked about some URL? Where is it? I'm trying to see. It's on the Discord.
Oh no, here in the Zoom chat, I provided a link to the WP admin, and that's where you can connect your you can connect your wallet, and that's one of the things that we still have to get figured out, because like over here, like we've got a very out of the box theme, and the opportunity for us to get a pretty simple theme that we can create here, whether it's Retoken, or I think I made a site for Token Town. I think I made one for White Hat DAO. So this is the opportunity that we have here to use WordPress multi-site to provide the a place where a partnered community like Bankless, like we could create a if Bankless DAO wanted to partner up, we could create a place here, Bankless, on a subdomain where we could create the process, like and then the NFT ticket for Bankless DAO would obviously be more of a Bankless type of NFT. And then this could be a profit center for Bankless DAO as well. And then, you know, just get the network effect to really take hold here, because, you know, creating a fun event that's accessible is, I think, a huge need in this space. Because if there was an amazing event like this that existed, I wouldn't feel the need to create one. There's just not one that I've found, and I've been looking. So we'll be having more conversations as far as getting the WordPress stuff, because that's, I think, the biggest need right now, because it looks like we're getting pretty dialed in, where we're feeling good with the price points. I mean, how's everybody else feeling about these price points? And these are going to change a little bit, but these are kind of the ones. And where's that reference that you made, Tyler, with the value ladder? Is that in Discord somewhere?
I think wait a minute, as far as what people get?
Yeah.
I have it in a Google Doc, and then I think I transferred it over to Notion as under the tiers in that collapsible table.
This here?
Is that what you're looking for?
Okay, yeah. So this here is our summit agenda, and we added the, I don't know if it's going to stay parked here on this page right now, but this is something that we put the NFT ticket and prices. So this is just kind of breaking out, and like I said, probably change this to $22 and maybe make this 88. And then this be like 222 and this be 444 because I'm a math geek. So this is again some of the go. Yeah, go ahead, Amy. Absolutely.
I'm driving, so it might be a little choppy, but a partner is different from a sponsor. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, so a partner would be somebody like Bankless DAO, and I mean, there's potentially they could be both. A sponsor, like one of the functions of Hopin as far as a virtual conference is that they have an expo. So imagine going to a conference, you know, and then like the expo room where the sponsors have their booths. That's something that Hopin facilitates via, and they call it expo. And this will make a lot more sense when we start playing with our own Hopin sandbox. And that's something that I think Tyler is already signed up for, and we're definitely going to be fast tracking that because we want, you know, we've got to start getting this all built out and being so the sponsor, and let me go back to the table here. So the sponsor will have and this is something too. What was the guy's name, Tyler, from the Hopin event? That's our account.
David.
Yeah, so David, our account executive at Hopin, was also like gold, silver, and bronze. This is like so cookie cutter as far as like sponsor tiers. And then like the gold tier would have a bigger expo view and be higher up the expo ladder chain than a silver tier, than a bronze tier. So like a partnered community wouldn't have an expo booth. So, and then, but it may make sense. Like if Bankless DAO, for example, really loves like the vision that we're putting forward here, you know, the opportunity for them to potentially be a sponsor and then also a partnered community to take advantage of, you know, that 80-20 that we're talking about, where 80% of these upsells will go. And that's one of the things too that Tyler and I were talking about. And whether we do the upsell on the bronze is a question mark. And this is something that we need to decide because that's something that we may only do on the gold and the silver. But I personally think that we should do it on all the tiers just to make it easier. And like when you look at 80%, then that would functionally not be a revenue source for us. And and this is of course assuming that this base ticket tier is just to cover the cost of the event, and we won't really know until like we run through and have a better understanding of what the cost to execute. And one of the things that we really appreciated about Hopin is it does seem that they have the capability to throttle this pretty much on demand and scale. So I think that they use Zoom for their back end or something like that, but they were not concerned about event scalability. So that was probably more information, but does that provide some additional clarity on that for you, Amy?
Yeah, it does. I just have to do a little more thinking on how the process would go. If somebody is a sponsor, how much is the gold? I can't look at my screen right now.
So Amy, just to make this super simple, what we were thinking was gold, silver, bronze, $10,000, $5,000, $2,500, and then a partner community would basically be an affiliate. So if Bankless wants to promote it within the Bankless community, then we would have a large affiliate back to Bankless, and they could either put that in their treasury or refund it to their members or whatever they want to do. It's up to them at that point. But basically a partner is an affiliate, and a sponsor is somebody who is basically making a donation in exchange for exposure and a bunch of other perks.
And
Okay.
and one of the things that we were talking about too, and this is like, we want to create an incentive for whomever here on the team is, and I don't know what that'll look like right now, as far as setting up the partnered community or setting up a sponsorship. That's something that will, but would definitely like to provide an additional incentive for the person that helps to get that all ironed out. Because as we know, relationships make deals happen, and relationships are built on like and trust. And the easier that we can do to fill up the sponsorships and get the partnered communities in place, that's what's going to make all. And then like the speakers too, and that's another aspect. The not having any speakers, we won't have any content there. So I don't know what that will look like, but those are the kinds of things that we still have an opportunity to kind of put some more thought behind.
So I guess, have we crunched the number on the 80%, if they do both partnership and um, sponsorship, if they do both, at how many? I guess it won't be determined until people signed up for whatever area they want to be in our uh, in our guest list. Uh, the 80%, well, I guess that would be total at the end, right? But somebody can be a partner without being a sponsor, and somebody can be a sponsor without being a partner, or both, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And by the way, the 80% only applies to the partner. So this whole idea of saying, if you're a partner and you're bringing people into the summit, that's something that we are doing that affiliate program for. If you're sponsoring, then we're not.
So if they are a sponsor, they cannot be a partner.
No,
they can be both. So that it's basically
That's what
just.
I was asking initially. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
I
it
just
just depends on what they
clarify in my head.
Yeah, it just depends on what they want to do. So there are some communities that may say, hey, we would actually love this to be a profit center for our community and a value add. We don't necessarily want to have an expo booth or whatever. We don't care about that, but we've got tons of members and they would like this. Some people might be exactly the opposite. They say we don't have a strong community, but we have some money and we really want the exposure and we really want to build our community. Some people might be both.
Yeah, the main difference between the sponsorship is the expo booth. So the partnered communities won't have access to the expo, so they won't gain any additional visibility unless they're like, also a speaker or something like that. So, and that's one of the things too that we'll have to figure out if it makes sense, for the sponsors and the speaker slots and stuff like that. So we can figure that out here in the coming weeks. And like this numbers down here for the ticket holders, that it'll be quite interesting to see how what we end up doing as far as the event. And this will be, again, our first time facilitating. Well, and I see Dax comment, WordPress quickly adopted Web3. Not necessarily, Dax. That is actually Unlock Protocol, and that's the Unlock Protocol WordPress plugin that they had very recently completely revamped. And yes, it's absolutely fabulous as far as really bridging the Web 2 world with the Web 3 world, because WordPress has been a very, very popular platform in the Web2 sphere for people to really own their own website. So it's a very scalable solution. So we do love that as well, and looking forward to partnering here with Unlock Protocol to execute on this NFT ticketed event. So
okay.
go ahead, Tyler or Dax.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, it looks like it is from, it's part of the WordPress, like a login authentication, form. It just, basically like, it just right underneath the, user ID and password. And, it looks like it came from, WordPress. So I was like, okay, so it's just a plugin or add-on on top of it.
Yep. That's the Unlock Protocol plugin. We've got a very lean, very much out of the box WordPress, and that's one of the few plugins that we've installed. And then we've also installed the Divi theme builder. And we'll be talking more about the WordPress site here in the coming weeks, because we really need to get the theme dialed in, and that's one of the things that we may allocate some initial budget here initially within Token Summit, is to get the theme created. So like right now, when you saw over here, it was a very much out of the box, like the same out of the box that we've got on ret.team right now too. So this is the I think the 2021 WordPress theme. So it looks the same here on retoken.tokensummit.xyz. So anyway, like yeah, we're excited to see what that can look like. But going back to the tokenomics, or any of the questions as far as the ticket price tiers or the sponsor tiers, what's everybody's thoughts on this? Do we need to really talk about this too much more? Is everybody feeling pretty comfortable?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay.
Let's go to the next topic.
So the next topic is the Genesis proposal. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about this, but it is something. The other thing, let me actually bring this up, because this is a new tool here. Notion is a new tool here, and this is a content calendar template that using in Notion. And this is one that's out of the, I'm going to move this over here right now, because this is her idea. This is one that came within this template. This is the one that I created here, because I've talked about snapshot proposals being a component of the content strategy, and it still very much is, because we include like backlinks, and then also like the ability to incorporate here some of our foundational components. Like this is now our third working group. We'll probably have one more working group before then. But one of the things, and this is, again, I'm gonna circle back here to our Token Summit DAO. And I don't know if this is the channel that'll end up sitting in forever, but this is the vision statement, and this is a currently open sesh poll here, because this is one of the things that I would like to get dialed in for our and then also, besides the vision statement, is the mission bullets. I'm going to copy some of this stuff from like the founding principles. This is literally copied and pasted from the Retoken Genesis proposal. So I really like these founding principles. I don't know if we really need to change them at all. Does anybody have any, well, as far as this vision statement, how's everybody liking this one? Together, we will ascend Token Summit, discover metaverse and Web3 using NFTs DAOs and all the tokens.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you have to mention all the tokens, or can we just write tokens? I was just wondering, are they?
I think, Amy, that was a
different-
reference to real estate tokens, social tokens, security tokens, other forms of tokens that, so there are just a lot of different kinds of tokens. It's almost like saying there are lots of different kinds of currency. There's just in the world. So yeah.
Yeah, and technically an NFT is also a token. It's just that that has enough buzzword on its own accord. And this was, and all the tokens was just me kind of trying to put it in a more fun type of demeanor without like mentioning all the different kinds of all the different kinds of tokens. Hence all the tokens.
So explain to me how the framework, if the sponsor issues their own NFT, what is the framework on that one? They're responsible for distributing that. How do they know who signed up, or how are we doing that?
Well, so Amy, for the sponsor, if the sponsors aren't going to be able to issue a separate NFT, and this is something that we can work out, but if we want to allow sponsors to just drop an NFT to all of our participants as a gift, we can work that out. But basically, the sponsors are just going to come in, get an expo booth. They'll probably get a speaking slot. They'll get some other perks, and they're not going to be distributing anything because they won't. For the partners, the partners will probably get, and we're going to need to work out the back end of this probably with DSign and maybe Unlock, is looking at who bought tickets through the affiliate program, and then we're going to be issuing it. So if they say, hey, this is going to be a retoken affiliate, then I don't know if we're just going to say you get a retoken NFT and we're going to drop it to them, or somebody else, I don't know. But they're not going to be distributing the NFTs. We are, because they're going to be registering with us.
Does that answer your question on that, Amy?
Are we distributing their NFT or our NFT for Token Summit?
So
no, we're gonna.
Like,
it's gonna be kind of a co-branded. Like on a.
So like let's say White Hat DAO partners with us, which I'm sure that White Hat DAO will. So like the opportunity of creating a custom NFT over here, and I actually already have the landing page set up over here. So we've got retoken. I showed you token town. So like here's right, White Hat DAO. So right now there's not anything on this, but like the opportunity that White Hat DAO has is to create an NFT that represents each of these tiers, so that whenever somebody comes over here to like let's say that you want to get your NFT ticket through White Hat DAO. So you would come to whitehatdao.tokensummit.xyz, and it won't look like this because we're not there yet. But it'll look like there'll be the different options for the tickets: gold, silver, bronze, and then just the basic one. And the opportunity again for that to have a look and feel over here on the page. So the NFT ticket like could be created specifically for that partnered community. So we might literally have hundreds of different ERC 721. That's technically what is going to be. It's the ERC 721 standard is what Unlock Protocol uses for minting an NFT. Like on Token Town, we've got a founding citizen NFT. So like I have token 1 of this. So like to get the founding citizen NFT, you just go through the process here and acquire that on our website. It will work very similar on the tokensummit.xyz website, like whether it's White Hat DAO or Retoken or whatever the case may be. So that partnered community can have an NFT look and feel that's like, hey, this is a White Hat DAO ticket for Token Summit. So it's a pretty exciting opportunity of partnering, and creating a co-branded dynamic. And, that's one of the things that we're really wanting to have a lot of fun with this, but then also leverage the network effect of the communities that they have, where it creates a win for that partnered community in the, with the 80-20 split that we're talking about, but then also just having a fabulous event that other communities can plug their community into to help level up their own community members.
The other thing on this is we want to have a clear delineation of somebody saying, well, this guy was really a Wall Street Bulls guy. He wasn't a white hat guy. We're just going to say, look, you have whatever 38 white hat NFTs, you get 38 commissions because that's what you got. It'll all be super clear. People can look in their wallet and see which NFT they bought. If they are part of more than one community and they mint the wrong one, that's up to them. But that's the thought, is we want it to be super clear. We might even have a little mini contest among communities if we get a lot of interest. We're just trying to make this really fun and engaging. And I know a lot of communities don't necessarily have a product, or some of them have tokenomics, some of them don't, but a lot of them don't have a revenue model. So this is a really easy way to say, hey, if you want some money or want this in your community, your members get a really great event, ton of education, great value, and you get some money. So win-win.
Does that make more sense a little bit there, Amy? And it'll probably make a lot more sense like when we get it all stood up, and then you can go through the process of getting whatever NFT ticket that you want for the event. And hopefully we'll have that in place here within the next week. That's kind of my goal, as far as really having a functioning process that we can, get some of these NFT tickets out the door.
I think if this is the case, we need to hurry up, because they have to present this to their community and get approved the same way we're doing ours. They have to put a proposal out there for their community.
Yeah, that's the reason why we're doing these working groups, is we need to get this website. Yeah. We need to get the website finalized and live probably by tomorrow, and then start pushing out.
I don't know if we have the time frame that this could be executed in a way, and I don't know either if all the DAOs have the ability to mint an NFT. That could probably be something that they'll ask us to do.
Well, no, and that's what we're actually looking at doing. Like this website here. This is something that's all in house, Retoken, and this is kind of like. And I don't know if you remember the conversation that we were on, where DSign was really talking about doing more of a done for you. And this is one of the things that we're looking to really get dialed in to make it easy for the communities here. Like this is something that we can stand up. Like it literally took less than 1 minute to get here. Now, this obviously isn't functional, but the goal is to get something where we can basically copy and paste a few different parameters. And then, the harder part will actually be what they want to use for the image, for example, of the NFT ticket. And but that's kind of the goal here, is to make this really an easy solution for the partnered communities. That's kind of a no-brainer as far as making it easy for them to say yes to. I mean, because like the that's the whole goal with the value proposition here with our partnered communities.
Okay, I think it's taking shape in my head now. Thank you.
Good. And,
So, yeah, Amy,
it'll
we
take a
need to-
lot more. It'll take a lot more shape when you go through the process of actually acquiring an NFT wherever that is. And like I said, we're hoping to have that online. But go ahead, Tyler.
We need to have, the reason why we're having these 2 back-to-back working groups is we need everybody on the same page, and we need this website done and functional probably by tomorrow night. If we're good, and like Monday morning, we need to just be ready to start pushing out. I don't know if that's realistic, but yeah, we are in a super short time frame, and we need to know what the appetite is for this. If we start reaching out to a bunch of people and we get a bunch of nah, then we might need to rethink our strategy. If people are like, that sounds amazing, and then people start rushing in to sign up, that's a great problem to have, but we just need to know. So we need to get this thing finalized and online here tomorrow.
And one of the things too, and this is a good segue to that, that I was actually talking to Tyler about, is with all of this being centered around WordPress and like, which is on Rose Hosting. And that was something that spoke a little bit about earlier. Right now with where we're at, it's really making sense to me to get a dedicated, whether we use Rose Hosting or whether we use some other sort of hosting service. I've personally used multiple different hosting services for a VPS solution, and I love Rose Hosting compared to some other ones. But the opportunity is, and I think the need is to also move this Token Summit DAO into a triple win DAO account at Rose Hosting, instead of just bundled under all of the other stuff that Mrs. Yonks and I have within our Rose Hosting account. So that's something that I'm gonna have a side conversation with DSign. But if Ubler's Day or Dax want to be in the loop on that, Triple Win Foundation, this is something that is going to be a pivotal component within our DAO strategy, like the cooperative housing protocol, Crypto House. A lot of the stuff that's going to be building Token Town is going to be housed within Triple Win DAO, Triple Win Foundation. So that's kind of the thoughts right now, is to get its own Rose Hosting account so that we, the team, can get in and do more stuff as a team, instead of that being a bottleneck being myself and Tyler. And I'm open for some other ideas if either of you have any solutions. Like Fleek.co is one that I've talked a little bit about, but right now with our short time frame, I'm a little apprehensive, and I just put Fleek.co in there. I think that they're a little bit more, and I'll put a hyperlink. I think that they're a little bit more, what's it called? Crypto forward. So the opportunity of potentially having that conversation. And again, like I said, I'll loop DSign in on that, because I definitely want him to be involved in that. But I think that with where we're at right now, I think the time it makes sense to do that, because I want to make sure that we have the scalability, and like our WordPress doesn't break, for example. And that's we don't have adequate monitoring as far as like making sure that the website's up. And I think that Rose Hosting can put that in place. But it's an opportunity to explore right now, whether Fleek.co or just going with a known variable, or if somebody wants to put forward another situation. So, and I don't know if either one of you wants to chime in some thoughts on that, or if I should just keep on going, because I was gonna go ahead, Blurs.
I was just gonna say keep going.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I personally, I'm starting to get a little overwhelmed with all the discords, not necessarily just related to this, but like other projects I'm trying to get into, and it's just hard to juggle so many. I mean, but I do understand your need to create like the 3-win Discord, and we have the Token Summit Discord and Retoken Discord. Yeah, it's it's just hard for me to keep track of all the conversations and all of them at simultaneously.
No, and that's an ongoing challenge that I have as well. So I'm right there with you on that.
One of the things that, just because we're still a little early, is ideally when our teams get bigger, Retoken will have its own community. 3-win DAO, Token Summit will have their own communities. It won't be all of us doing everything for every server, and then it's like, oh my god, it's all the same stuff. So we're already starting to attract people in, like, those teams are already starting to separate a little bit. And so as we keep going with this, there are going to be a lot of people that love Retoken or Token Summit and not the other ones. These things are going to start to separate, and the conversations will look different.
Yeah, and like the 3-win DAO, like that's a Discord server that's kind of sitting on the shelf. So and I really do anticipate that Token Summit DAO can be a really solid collaboration hub within the Web3 and DAO ecosystem. And I'm really excited to see some of the initial foundation that's already been put in place there. And the thing that's most exciting about that is that it wasn't actually put in place by me. So thank you for DSign and OX Animal for what they've done to create a solid dynamic there. Wanted to get back to the content calendar here in Notion. This is, again, a tool. This is a template. And I've talked a lot about Content Inc., the book, and it'll be fun to play around using this content calendar workflow. And the Genesis proposal is probably not the first piece of content that we've had, but it might be the first blog post that we create, and definitely planning on using blog.tokensummit.xyz, and then also the opportunity of like delving into mirror.xyz or Medium. And this is, again, like an ongoing work in progress as far as like trying to find out a good content strategy. We've created a solid amount of content like through Retoken, but most of that has been in live streaming. So really wanting to branch out and have a more well thought out content strategy here. And I don't know if we're really going to have a lot of time to refine that for season 1 while we're working towards DAO Day on 2/22/22 and then NFT Day on February 21st prior to DAO Day. But this Genesis proposal is, again, like already talked a little bit about the vision. And as far as the mission, I think the biggest one is just to deliver a fun and profitable 3-day virtual summit. And I don't know, does anybody else have any additional thoughts as far as some mission bullet points?
No, that's good. Let's put that and let's keep going.
So is that going to be the only mission for our Genesis proposal, is deliver a fun and profitable 3-day virtual summit 3 times a year?
Yeah, that's great.
I'll add some more details on that. And then again, the founding principles, and I'll add some more details on this. That's about all that I had for today's agenda. The biggest thing that was wanting to talk about, the other thing too is the multi-sig signers. So this is something, if any of you want to be a multi-sig signer, probably looking at doing a 3 of 5 or a 4 of 6 dynamic here, and like looking at, and I don't know, don't want to spend too long for this process, but this is something that was wanting to get a poll here on. So out of the people that are on the Zoom here today, who is interested in being a multi-sig signer here at Token Summit DAO?
I can do it.
How many do we have so far?
We don't have any.
This is the first
we don't
time
have to
we've
say-
had this conversation.
Yeah. So
Go on. No, you.
I was gonna say the way that we set up Retoken was the first 5 people who were kind of like the original core team was Jason, me, Amy, Teresa, and Ryan. So that like those were kind of the first 5 people that raised their hands, and so that's what we did. With this, we can just ask people who wants to be on the multi-sig, or we can just kind of ask the people that have been doing the most for it if they want to be on it. I mean, it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do. But the big thing is we just need to make sure that people are committed to being in the community. The last thing that you want is people on your multi-sig who have kind of wandered away from your community. Then we need to get this updated.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd be glad to be on it, but I mean, I won't wander away for sure. I just feel like I haven't really contributed anything on the Token Summit at all so far.
What would you like to contribute? Because I think that's something that Jason and I are both not great at. Is we're both kind of bulldozers and hurricanes and saying, "Hey, we're doing these 8 million things," and then people are like, "Okay, great." Like I don't know that we're really good at asking people to step up in areas that they feel comfortable in, or what would you like to do? What can we give you what do you feel comfortable doing? What do you want to do? How can we give you more role in the team? Because we definitely need the help.
I definitely, well, I don't have a lot of resources right now, unfortunately, but it's any little thing I can do with, updating something on Notion, which I haven't even used yet, but I'm sure it looks pretty easy to figure out, or, the logistical stuff I can definitely help with, gain something on the snapshot or, polls or whatever. Even the stuff with helping with the Discord itself too.
Okay, great.
I mean, because when it comes to running a summit, no, I outsourced all that when in my job. So,
no, that's great. So same for you, Dax and Amy. Is there anything that you guys would really like to do that you want to volunteer for?
Yeah. Like Blord said, I haven't contributed anything to the Token Summit yet, but I am, I know you guys are like super, into this thing already. Accomplished a lot. I can see, the tokenomics, that sheet itself, it looks really fantastic. Like I said before, 80-20, that's great. For RE token, right? We have this Trello, board dashboard. So we have like a currently running the work in progress and all kinds of like cards that you can go and pick and choose and work on it. Likewise, do you guys have anything already established or created for a Token Summit DAO? If not, we can just try that and then just put like a small bullet points or something like that. Or these are all the like a task we would like to get accomplished. And then we'll just take one task and then I'll just assign my name next to it, and then I'll just report back to you guys as I make progress. I can we can do something like that. And I don't know what is, what is pressing, what do you guys need help with? I know you're talking about websites, content, things like that. But besides that,
Well,
I don't know.
do either
That's
of you
what I'm
guys?
trying to get to it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And so to answer your question, we have task boards set up that look like out of the box Notion stuff. I need to check in with DSign and see if he had a plan for those, or if that's just what this plan came with, and that's just kind of whatever. So it's a little bit better than Trello in that Trello, you actually have to run a search, where this stuff says to do today, tomorrow, and stuff. And then there's a third one that says stuff that you listed as high priority that's overdue. So we can start using that. The big thing is going to be if you have bandwidth to do stuff and you're not sure what to do, or you just don't have any bandwidth. Because the last thing that I want is for you to say, oh yeah, that's great, give me stuff, and then you're like, actually I don't have time to do anything because I'm just busy. So that's what we're just trying to figure out. The big needs that we have are, and I don't know, Dax or Blurs, if either of you can help DSign with the website stuff, getting stuff integrated. I don't know if that's in either of your technical wheelhouses. It's way out of mine. So I'm kind of in there just cleaning up grammar and stuff like that, and then breaking stuff, and then DSign just fixes it. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But do it, because I would like to have this website launched by Monday morning so we can go out to partners and say, hello, like here's what we have. Would you like to sign up? And if the next time somebody, we talk to everybody, we just need everybody signing up.
Yeah, I beyond like proofreading and stuff like that, I have no website experience, other than like, doing stuff in Trello or Notion and stuff where it's kind of already kind of built for you and you just kind of work inside the framework. But
Okay.
free website, like open website work, no way.
Yeah, got it. I thought your job was something technical, but then I thought I might be making that up. So I couldn't remember what you did for a living.
Analytics, advanced analytics.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So
yeah,
if data are involved, I can help. But
got it.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah,
all right.
I can. I might be able to help with. I don't know. Should I talk to you, or DSign or Jason? Whomever is available. I can help you with that. And the thing is, I don't know. You guys already, kind of like have a decided how to, the page layout. What should be top, this and that and everything. I'm talking about basically the actual content. So yeah.
All right, cool. That's good to know. Yeah, if you want to just hook up with DSign about what he needs, I would like to just go through the website and just see what we're missing. I mean, obviously we need to, I don't know if we should leave the sponsors and the partners. I mean, obviously those logos that are there right now are just generic. We need to take off the logos. I don't know if we want to start pitching partners without any partners up there, or have that section, or just start and say, hey, this is where we are, and that's it.
Well, we can put Retoken up there, because I think slotting Retoken in as a silver sponsor would be make the most sense right now.
Yep, got it.
What else did you have for today's agenda here, Tyler, besides what we've discussed?
Well, I wanted to take kind of an informal survey because I didn't know who was going to be available today. What communities are you guys in, other than stuff that we're involved in, that are places? And Jason, can you pull up a page on Notion so we can write some of this down? What communities would you guys feel comfortable reaching out to that you're in? I know, Amy, you're pretty active on Clubhouse, and you're in some other stuff. I don't know, Dax and Blurs, what other communities you're in. We're just trying to, I want to make sure that we, everybody's really clear on what a partner community does, and then let's start making a list of who's reaching out to which community. So I don't know if we want to do that now, or if you guys want to think about it and come back, but I'd really like to know kind of who's taking responsibility for which community, and then where we don't, like what other people we know who are in different communities.
Yeah, and this is the biz dev board on Notion that we've got to kind of keep track of this. So this is one of the things that we'll be talking a lot more about as we continue to work in getting our partner communities and sponsors filled in. So yeah.
Do you guys have a Poapathon on your list?
I'm sorry, you cut out for a second. What was the question?
Poapathon. Yeah, actually, Jason.
No, and like, is that an organization or is it?
Yeah, they are in the process of creating, their own DAO right now. So I mean, they just actually they've been having a conversation for the past. I think yesterday was the second community call, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, second one. So it's very infancy mode, I would say, right now. I don't know. I can talk to the guy and find out more information on it. So remember, Jason, I was talking about, I think Amy had mentioned that Poapathon, they're giving out POAP pods at the ETH Denver in 2022. They are working on it right now, and they have I don't know, I can send you some information on that. They have like almost, I don't know how many sponsors are there. They're trying to give out parks, the physical parks itself. I think almost 2,500 or something during the ETH Denver. So they're kind of like getting, like, what we are trying to do here, so many sponsors. And that's what we were talking about last time. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to talk to them or follow up yet. But we could also be part of that, and then they will help and spread about our the summit as well. That could be a good opportunity for us, especially I think you guys are going to be there, right, Jason, at the summit or at the ETH Denver conference?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, we'll both be there.
Blur's Day's coming out too.
Okay, so that would be great opportunity for us to get some expose the our summit as well. And also, if you want to give out the actual, become a sponsor of, giving out those pods, then we could be, we could do that as well. So I think, I don't know the exact, the details, but I can find out and then let you know. I know we are, kind of like, super, time crunch mode right now, but I'll try to find out, whatever I can, and I'll report back to you guys tomorrow if that's possible.
Yeah,
no, appreciate it. Thanks, Dex.
I was wondering have you all heard of 10K cards? I know you use Linktree, but 10K cards has the ability to make a drop in everybody's phone in the room of what you're trying to promote. So I don't know
really
if you
cool.
want to look into that.
Well, do the people have to be 10K cards members, or?
I think they have, like, you have to sign up, and you could always do it as a business, as our expense. Since you're going to be in a big conference room, that is already a plus to not, of course, you're going to be networking individually, but this is like, it will go in everybody's phone in the room. And they talk about this in Clubhouse, and I could check with the guy that has actually invented this app or whatever, because he's the go-to person, and I can inquire if you
Well, I'm
want me
actually
to do
wondering,
that.
yeah, yes, we'd love to. I'm actually wondering if he's a potential sponsor because our goal is to get a lot of leaders of communities in this audience.
I don't
So
think he's Web3, but uh, he's just a regular, person. But if you are interested, we can always propose it to him. It really doesn't matter. But what I'm thinking is, for us, this is a good use if we utilize that kind of marketing strategy.
yeah, absolutely. Does it work?
Yeah,
Is it only it?
a lot of people are using it, and they were saying they walk in a room, and everybody, once they ping, drop the information, everybody looking at their phone and checking it out. So they already know that they're inside a room of nerds and developers, and so this won't surprise
Spectacular.
them at all, but might actually uh, get some interest. Uh, we could probably include a small information about our token summit, and then the sign up page, the sponsors page, things like that. Um, but we can always take a look at it. Let me hunt him down in Clubhouse.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it'd be
And
great.
somebody needs to orange pill him, and he needs to come over to the Web3 world.
yeah,
Hey, Amy, did you ever get?
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Did you ever get involved with Wamixin, Christina Holder's community?
What is the name?
Wamixin. It's women, but with an X for the E.
I'm not sure. I'm in a lot of clubs in Clubhouse, and I
Uh,
just
no, and well,
it's not.
yes, and she's got like 300,000 followers on Clubhouse, but she's also started this Wamixin club on Discord. It's pretty active, and
If you
I
can
tried to
send
get.
me a link, I can take a look at it.
Okay, sure.
Okay. But that's just my thought, because it's a live conference that they're doing in East Denver. And that's one way of getting interest in our summits. You might get, I don't know how many people is going to East Denver, but you might get a lot of interest after you make that drop.
Sure. Well, they're expecting up to 10,000 people, and it's going to be really interesting because they decided that their COVID policy for the event is rapid testing, which is, so they're not doing vaccines, they're just doing testing on site, but they're going to have 10,000 people standing in a tent, waiting 10 minutes to get into the venue. So that'll be really interesting because I volunteered to help with check-in. So
Well,
little...
let me tell you this. In London, the way my daughter said, every time they go to the restaurant or the bars, the rapid testing is already out there. You test yourself, and then you show them the result before they'll let you go in. So it's
crazy.
like you're on your own. You pick up your test, you test yourself, you show them the result.
Yeah, I think that would, I'm more concerned about the number of people who are confused and they've never done a rapid test, or they're like, oh, but I'm vaccinated, or I'm not vaccinated, but I don't have any symptoms. Like, I don't want to take a rapid test. I'm waiting for that, to be a thing. Anyway, so yeah, this 10,000 cards thing sounds super interested. Sounds super interesting. I would like to do that. And if you guys can all make a list of, and maybe this is probably the best question for you, Amy, is all your Clubhouse rooms, all your Discords, everywhere you're in, can you make a list of communities that you feel like you can reach out to the leaders to see if they want to be a partner community with us? And basically they're signing up to promote the event, and anybody that are those two higher tiers, they would get 80% of that price back. So it could be pretty significant money. I mean, you don't have to sell very many. I do think that we should have, I don't know, do we want to say that you have to sell 5 tickets to get an affiliate, or are we just going to say from ticket 1, you get affiliates?
I don't know if I understand what you're asking there, but I saw Amy's got her hand up here.
Sure. Amy, go ahead.
Yes, I'm good. We just need to finalize everything so I can promote it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, so what I was saying is if we, I think 80% is a really, really generous offer. And what I don't want is anybody that wants the pass just signs up as an affiliate, signs themselves up, gets the discount, and then they don't promote anything. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I would like to say, hey, we're giving you this incredible package. You have to, you know, you can either pre-buy 5 or you can, or 10, or you have to sell that many to actually be eligible for the affiliate. I think that's reasonable for saying if you want to be an
I
affiliate,
think-
go sell this thing.
I think that just adds more complexity from everything. I think that, you know, we'll, you know, create some type of package that I think, you know, makes it more like here's the package, because I'm just concerned that I understand what you're saying, but adding like extra.
No, it's fine. I just want to make sure we're not doing all this work, and then I just want to, anyway, it's fine. All right, so everybody make a list of the communities that you want to reach out to and what you want to add to the project, and then we're going to be doing this again tomorrow, same time. I need to connect with eSign. I might be moving this meeting because I really want him to be on the next meeting. I'm going to base it around his schedule if he can. But I want to get this website online, ready to go, launched ASAP, preferably by Monday morning if there's any way that's possible.
Yeah, the sooner the better.
Yeah, sounds good. And we do have, like right now, as Tyler was indicating, we do have same time for tomorrow, currently scheduled 3 o'clock Eastern. But depending on DSign's availability, might adjust that because we would really like to get him in the loop so that we can get this all figured out as far as the website stuff and any concerns that he has on that front. Other than that, what else did you have here today for us, Tyler?
That was it. The website, the affiliates, the community, the partners, making sure everybody was good with the tokenomics, getting the Genesis proposal outlined and ready to go. And that's it.
Anybody else have any final thoughts, concerns, questions before we adjourn here for Saturday afternoon?
One thing I haven't seen, but I haven't been following too closely, is like what's going on with like the speaker lineup? Because I know there's not much time to get people and have them prepare material and whatnot.
As soon as we have a website to go live, I'm probably going to do a full court press on. I've got a bunch of speakers to reach out to. The reason why we wanted to do the thing with Hopin was they have the ability to pre-record sessions or do them live or both. So what we're going to do is probably say when are you available to film, and I think a lot of this is going to be either interviews or panel discussions, and we're just going to pre-record it into a private YouTube stream that nobody can see except for our team, and then upload the sessions that can't be live and then mix it in with some live. But yeah, I'm if you guys have any suggestions on speakers, all ears. I was planning on taking the lead on that unless somebody else wants to, but that's I wanted to make sure that the website's live so that they know what they're signing up to speak at.
Yeah, so a lot of that'll be coming together here this next week, as far as all of that stuff, especially the speakers, because that's definitely an important component of having a solid event.
I actually think the speakers are going to be the least challenging thing to get on board with, because everybody that I've casually mentioned this to said, absolutely sign me up. Everybody's looking for an audience. Everybody's looking for a cross-pollination. We have a lot of relationships, Jason and I know a lot of people who know a lot of people, so I'm not concerned about speakers at all. It's just about blocking out their time.
Jason, where can we find the Notion, that we are seeing online, sorry, on your screen right now?
I think we need to add you as a guest. We've got your email, so Jason and I need to wrap this up. We're on our way to church, so
oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
yeah, but Dax, we've got your email. Blurs, are you already on the Notion yet? And Amy, I think if we don't, we need to re-add you guys.
Oh, let me take a look. Do I just click on this link here?
Right now, we've got the privileges set where anyone can edit, but we want to get people added as a guest because it provides some additional workflow within Notion for that. Like right now, I think the only person that we've got added as a guest is Tyler. So that's one of the things that we're going to get people added as a Notion, but right now can edit. And that's one of the things that we're, and with where we're at, we'll probably, and I don't know if we'll have this conversation with Notion here prior to DAO Day coming up here on 2/22, but we are looking to bump our plan up to the enterprise grade because that's something that we're planning on using this Notion workspace for all of the triple win DAO projects that we're planning on pipelining through Triple Win Foundation. And this is something that I understand Bankless had their Notion compromised, and they're looking at doing the enterprise level, and then you can do some additional stuff with like single sign-on and stuff like that, and like the opportunity of potentially having an email address on the tokensummit.xyz domain that makes it where you just sign in with that email address and then you have the Notion privileges, for example. So and that's and whether we do that with Token Summit or Triple Win Foundation or whatever, we're really wanting Notion to be it seems to have a lot of functionality, and just starting to learn some of that a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. If I remember correctly, it's Bankless or somebody. Anyway, they exposed the actual Notion itself as a website. It was great. I mean, I liked it. So I was just wondering. That's the reason I was trying to get to it, see if there is any way, like, because you already have a nice structure going. It's nicely structured, and I can see all those like a navigation and everything. I don't know, we could just turn this into a website and boom, see right there. That's a very nice like a dashboard. So anyways, that's what I was trying to get to it. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we've been having fun. D-Sign and myself using this tool. We also use this at BitDAO and OpenDAO. So really getting a lot of exposure on using it, and been making some good use using it here as well. So really looking forward to seeing what all that this tool can do to improve the workflow and then make the efficiency go up as well. So excited to use a new tool here, and yeah, appreciate the feedback there, Dax, as well. And real quick, one of the things that I've been working on doing is keeping the timeline up to date here on the Notion page. So this is like a single source of truth as far as any type of events besides like the Discord. We also have a link to the Token Summit Google Calendar, but like you can see, got the working group here, and that's one of the things that I'll just continue to update this timeline, and that's right here. Just another place where you can find some events regarding Token Summit. All righty, well, we're going to call it a wrap here today. This is our third working group for Token Summit DAO as we are ascending the summit for 221 and then 222 for DAO Day, and then all the tokens, real estate, social, and security tokens on February 23rd. Which is right around the corner. Lots to do between now and then, but love hanging out with you all while we're working on building all the fun things. So have a great Saturday, and hopefully we'll catch up tomorrow for those that are able. If not, we'll continue to move forward so that we can deliver a fun and profitable conference for us.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Have a good afternoon. Bye.
See y'all tomorrow.
Thank you for coming.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Take care, guys. See you tomorrow.